Hey everyone, Lensman Oz here, and this is episode 29 of Revolution 3. Let's see how we can go today with some dimensional stuff. Now I have made a world, and I'm getting set up for some bits and pieces here. So in here, it's dimension 5. I forget what 4 was like. 3 was that world, terrible world thing that we had. Oh, that's right. 4 was a like a sky island type world, which was pretty terrible. Managed to get a normal world. Only downside, I think it's Eternal Night. If it's not Eternal Night, it's got black sky. So there's not mobs all over the place. There is definitely a day-night cycle, I guess, but the sky's always black. There's no sun. But that being the case, we will still use this world to our advantage. Now I did a bit of scouting around in there and found a whole bunch of stuff, and I managed to find some dimensional shard ore. I've set up over here the Dimlet Researcher and a chest for it to eject into. So all these unknown dimlets we can throw in here. And it's out putting them into this chest, and we're getting some bits and pieces. What I don't understand is why these ones aren't stacking. They seem to have a different MBT data on some of them. So these hard diamond, hard diamond, hard diamond. You know, so I thought they should all stack. Obviously that chest is full. I need to dump some more items out of my inventory. So what I plan on doing in this episode is setting up the RFTools Quarry. Now, I'm still trying to decide whether I go for a clearing quarry, which will delete every block. Well, not delete, but it will remove each block and send it back here, or whether I go just a standard quarry, and which will turn it into dirt. Goodness me, just found all sorts of stuff. How did I end up with 2 books? That's weird. I don't need 2 books, so I'm going to delete one. Right, so to start with, we need to infuse this builder block because reduced power consumption and increased building speed. Now this thing here, if you look at it, 3000 RF a tick, or 3000 RF a tick per block. I want to infuse this quarry a bit, or this builder, but we need to make an infuser. So let's have a look. Infuse. There it is, machine infuser. So we're going to need 4 of the dimensional shards, 2 redstone, 2 diamonds, and a machine frame. Now that's one thing I didn't build, was a machine frame. Darn. Do I have any of those left over? I've got one of the power modules left. Okay, I'll craft up the machine frame, and I'll be right back. Pretty sure I don't have one. Yep, I'll craft it up, and I'll be right back. Right. One other thing we need is the dimensional ore. I think it's 4 per shard ore. So let's see if we can make this. User, yeah. So machine infuser. With this machine, you can improve most other machines in RFTools in various ways. This needs dimensional shards. Okay. It's going to need power. Just so happens that I set up this cable here. So let's throw that there for now. So what I need is this in here. And then I'm going to need some shards. So I'm going to need to cook this shard ore down. Now there's no way of duplicating like, you know, ore doubling type stuff. This just gives you the straight 4 per. This isn't going to infuse it much, but it'll infuse it a little bit, enough to, you know, take a dent off the amount that it uses in way of power. Let's see. Generators run. Let's throw this in here. So that was 16, and we get 6%. So we're going to maybe end up with possibly 30%. So we're going to need to find some more, but what I'll have to do is just get the quarry running, and we'll work out. That was a pretty good guess, 31%. So hopefully that'll help a little. Okay, so to run the quarry in this other age, we're going to require power. So to get the power over there, that's the reason I've set this cable up. I'm going to make a couple of dimensional transceivers. Now, I've got the parts for one ready. If you look in here, we've got the electrical steel, the ender resonator, and the octadic capacitor here. I think I need another ender resonator actually. I'll have to look into that. I'm going to need some of this for that. So that's one. Still got this, and we're going to need another one of those crystals from the middle, and I've started setting that up. Okay, so here's the stuff for the other ender resonator. Let's, what do I need for that again? Vibrant alloy and 2 silicon. I don't think I've got any vibrant alloy on me at the moment. So energetic and an ender pearl. Energetic is just gold, redstone, glowstone. That's not too bad. Let's gold. Wow, was that my last gold? Oh. Let's put you back. Redstone, glowstone. That's glowstone. Struggling a bit on gold. Could have sworn I had a little bit more. What's in here? Nothing. Wow. I may have to go mining for gold. Let's just check in here. Well, I did say in the previous one that I was getting pretty low on gold. Sure, I think I'm very low on gold. 5 nuggets. That could throw a spanner in the works. Quite a hefty spanner. Oh look! Hey, there's a gold. Knew I had some somewhere. One gold ingot. Alright. Now, some of you may have noticed that I've disabled rain. You can probably see how stuttery it is at the moment. It's only happened recently that it's really started to stutter around this base area, so I may end up having to... Let's get rid of this. Maybe that'll help. As a start for block updating. I do apologise if it is a little bit stuttery for you guys. Come on, it doesn't take that long. Alright. So that's the stuff we're going to need. I'm going to need a couple of silicon, aren't I? Got any in here? Let's not put that away. Let's... Goodness me. In you go. What about over here? That's the last of that silicon. You know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's see. You and you. And up here we have a soul binder. Now a soul binder is made like this. One of each of the heads. Squeaky chair coming right up. One of each of the heads for solarium and a machine chassis. Nothing major. But what we need to do, and I think I had it in here. Need that. We need, I'm going to need another one of these ingots, aren't I? Could have sworn I had everything I needed. Thought I put it all in here. Maybe I dumped it in another chest. Could have sworn I'd made the other. Oh, hang on. Is it in the soul thing already? Yeah, it's in the soul thing already. So I've got a vibrant crystal sitting here. Vibrant crystals, the nuggets, and an emerald. And it is waiting on one thing. And that is this soul vial. So let's get that underway. In this soul vial is an enderman. And so, wow. I really should have put a capacitor on here. So that soul vial and the gem will combine together. Come on. Take that. It can go not there, here, and make us our other ender resonator. I need to put some capacitors in these. Things is taking a little while. Cooking away. So once we've got these parts, we'll be able to set up a dimensional transceiver on this end, on the unit, on the generator, and one on the other end ready to run the builder. Now, I'm thinking of going the clearing quarry mainly because it will show where it's actually working. Now, it might leave a big hole in the world, but I'm sure we can deal with that later. That's really not the end of the world. So come on, come on. Everything takes forever. Yes. So I think clearing quarry is probably the better option. Let's see here. This in the middle, that on the top, gets us another dimensional transceiver. Now I'm not 100% sure if you can push directly out of one of these, so I'm going to put him there. And I'm hoping that when we send items back, that it will push directly into this compacting drawer. What? That's not what I wanted. Where did I get that from? I wanted a drawer controller. How did I manage to derp that up again? Oh no. Alright, get out. I'll set this up and then I'll make a drawer controller. Derp. So what we want is we want items. Okay, so this is power. So we're going to call this diesel out. I'm going to put that in the send. So this will send on diesel out. Items will receive on overworld in receive. Don't have fluids, don't have that. Alright, that should be cool. Cool. It's got power. It's getting power from out of here. So let's make that draw controller quickly, because you've seen me make a draw controller. So let's grab, I've got some stone. Just need a diamond, some redstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, a couple of sticks and a drawer. We've got some spare drawers there. Let's see, go over these. Let's see. Oops. 4, 8. I'm going to need a couple of quartz, aren't I? I think that's what I need. And a diamond. Alright, let's try that again. And again, apologies for the stutteriness around the base. Okay, so what I'm hoping is that I can push. So it'll push from there into this drawer controller. I made up a couple of storage upgrades, and I made a couple of void and a couple of, Emerald 13 ones for some of the more important stuff. So last thing before we go over to the other world is we're going to turn this quarry into a clearing quarry. I believe it uses just the same amount of power, so if you hold down on here it says 3000 RF a tick. If we turn it into a clearing quarry, it says 3000 RF a tick. So it's now a clearing quarry. So I've got my charge porter, but I've also found out that the /home command works quite well as well. No power usage. A little bit cheaty. Plenty of power in here, plenty of fuel. This can put out 15,000 RF a tick. This can only use 5,000. So eventually I'll upgrade it to the higher tier. Dial once, just so it doesn't continue using power if I leave it on. Whoosh, let's go. And we're here. So I move this into it must be night time. I move this into a house. Just so that I'm not in the middle of nowhere. Hey buddy. So I figured what we would do is we will set up the dimension builder. Now the way the dimension builder works is this here we place in, actually, before we do that, if you right click on it, dimension 5, 5, 5, I'm not sure. You can make it void certain blocks. This may be very good to void all these ones. So at the moment it will do, let's have a look, solid box. And we want the dimensions to be what? What is the max it can do? Max it can do is 512 by 256 by 512. So you know what? 512. Oops. 256. 512. And then I think I want to offset it by maybe not there. 10. So that should move it 10 blocks. Actually, you know what? Let's just make it 5. It should move the quarry 5 blocks away. So over there, 5 blocks diagonally that way. I'll put this in here and say we are in the builder is at the southeast. And if I then take this and put it on top and set it to items, send, power receive. This is getting power. I got a feeling I need to put a lever on it. I don't actually have any cobble. Wonder if this will work. Come on. No. Because this says silk. Silk touch on it. No cobble. I wonder if I can sleep in this age. No. Alright. Cheaty. All I need is one piece of cobble. I want to make a lever. Okay, now we'll run back. Shoot him. Shoot him. Charge port is still charged. Let's go. Okay, and we're back. So, if I put this on here, which power's it got? It can hold how much? 100 million. If I turn this on, is it going to crash my game? Doesn't like me. Alright, I'll let my game catch up and I'll be right back. Okay, seems like things have caught up. If I flip the switch, you can see here it's chewing through power. Absolutely smashing power. Probably not breaking too many items. But yeah, it's going fairly quick. So you can see it slowed right down now because we're out of power. So it has been working though. So I'm not sure whether we were getting items. Let's turn it on. And we'll jump back to the overworld. We'll see if the items are actually coming through. We'll load in. I think they were. Oh, there's our items there. There you go. So it's obviously, it's doing something. Oh, let's hit one of those houses. It's doing something. We've got a couple of items in our receive buffer. So I thought it was meant to void dirt. Maybe I need to actually click that thing as a cross. But that's alright. We've got what I could do is just put the void upgrades on there, but I think I'll go back and I'll knock it over to void. Although I have realized today that this pack includes matter overdrive, which is cool. It's definitely a nice mod. I don't know if I have the ability to make anything from it yet, because it may be the ores may be on another planet. But we'll see how we go. If I can get it to the point where I can make it, then yeah, we'll definitely start keeping some of this to be able to turn into matter. Alright, so that's broken a tree. So what I'm going to do in between episodes, because I think we're near the wrapping up point. This is obviously trashed a house. Hopefully it's not the one I'm standing in. I will let this quarry run. I will go find out where exactly it's making a hole. And next episode, actually, what I'll do is I'll cut here. I'll go and find where the actual quarry is running, and I'll show you guys quickly before we wrap up the episode. Back in one tick. Weirdly, I kind of get the feeling that this is where it is here. Now, the room we're in is just there. Like, that's the building. But it's done this. Now, as far as I knew, it would do a hole. It would dig a big hole, but perhaps it does, I don't know, an edge. But this area here seems to go on a while with, like, nothing in it. So, go away. Don't like swamps. Uh-oh. Lag. It's definitely cut a path through here. So yeah, I'm going to let this run. And we'll see what it does. Hopefully it doesn't destroy... It's weird that it's done this one pass. Normally it goes vertically, not horizontally. This is a little odd. What have we got here? Oh. So yeah, apart from the lag spikes, I'll let this run and I'll see what it actually ends up doing to my world here. And it is just an RFTools world, so it's not a big issue. I think we might have... Right, still going over here, isn't it? Might have gotten to its point though. Alright, so may have found it. Anyway, as I said, wrapping up point. Thank you all for watching. Please leave your comments in that section below. And if you like the video, hit that like button for me, and I hope you join me for the next one. Thanks for watching. See yous later.